my name is Dimitri and my job or my mission is to transform spaces like this into cultural spaces, to keep things moving, you know.
The initial festival was operative in the 80s, between 82 and 1990.
In 1990 I did my last festival and then I took over for another job. I had to care about the Tresor Club, about techno. Years passed by and the digital revolution rolled over Berlin too, and by chance I met Lawrence von Oswald and his team, and we discussed this old idea of the Berlin Atonal Festival, this idea to create a platform for new radical ways in electronic music, you know. And this time we had this perfect space, this old industrial cathedral for such a festival.
The Kraftwerk was the big, hulky, unfinished appendage to the Tresor Club, and for a long time it was too unwieldy to really do anything.
So when we kind of were faced with this idea to restart the festival, we had never seen really what a stage looked like in here. We'd never heard what the music would sound like in here.
I remember the first time I walked in here, I was shocked by how the vastness of the space.
The scale of audiences and sizes of rooms and everything has adds and decreases in intensity in terms of the rave pressure, whatever that is.
I didn't know that it's that big, this venue with that big screen. So
there's a history here, and the building wasn't made for music. It's very resonant.
I had enough time to get some respect for this huge space.
Because it is like playing in a church, playing in this room. It's incredibly reverberant and it's good for impulse responses.
And the sound system was so well tuned, so I could feel the bass, which came back to me without any reflection.
Like, some of the best experiences I've had in this space have been away from the sound system, like in a corner or like right at the back, where you hear the reverb and like sounds bouncing off the wall.
And we had the sound check today, and it actually sounds quite good in the space, which is very good because
makes sense.
We didn't know if it was going to sound good in there.
But it's a piece made for the. I mean, we try to find, gaps and spaces and let the sound breathe a lot.
My performance Sunday, yeah, it's something new for me, the whole light show and stuff. I'm really excited for it. I just hope it works,
It's kind of nice to see artists get nervous about something, because it means that they're worried, they're thinking about it, they're going to try and do something new and take a risk. And I think that's part of also what it means to go outside the normal booking cycle.
I think from when Dimitri was doing it in the 80s, it's always had the emphasis on you can kind of do whatever you want. Yeah, I think it works, and it attracts artists like that as well, that are that frame of mind, and they invite artists that will embrace that,
I'm on tour always as a DJ or play live in clubs, which are big, like for 500 people. But this gives me the chance to do something else, to show what I really like.
My main goal is always to explore while I'm working with electronic instruments. It just really turns me on to get further and further and deeper and deeper.
I don't really see the point in doing anything that isn't kind of pushing the edges of what I'm capable of. It's a very physical thing to undertake, and I feel exhausted at the end of it. I don't even really ever know what it means. All I know is that the world just kind of goes away, in that moment.
And I think the audience can also feel it, because they get lifted up too. So it's maybe just not so much floating, just 2 centimeters. You know, just enough, yeah.
Berlin is so popular among young people. It's very tolerant, the city, and it brings open-minded people together, you know, from all over the world to create a new thinking and a new world of tomorrow, especially in culture. And I'm happy to be part of this movement, you know, for a better cultural underground world.